Good morning, everyone. I am Mr. Pan Pancake, and welcome to my first video of my renewed channel I've had since middle school, actually. And as you can tell by the title of the video, I'm going to be starting anew with Gunpla. And in today's video, I'm going to do a unboxing and initial thoughts of the RX-78-02 Gundam, the Origin version. So, let's begin. I've only built one version of the RX-78-02 so far, and it was the very cheap high grade you can get to your hands on at the Hobby Lobby. Wasn't too very impressed by it. However, I have built a couple kits from the Origin line, and they are beautiful. So I'm expecting good things. So starting off, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 runners of parts, 1 runner of polycaps, and 1 runner for our beam sabers. A sticker sheet, a set of sticker decals, and then of course the instructions. So let us dig in. Okay, the way I like to separate my runners when I'm doing a build is based off of color. For example, all gray runners for inner frame and weapons, a frame or for all of the outer frame and various white details. In the upper left-hand corner of my desk, that's where I keep my polycaps and any small miscellaneous sprues. And then I always keep the colored sprues separate. And immediately off the bat, I've noticed that there is not any clear parts for the head or any of the various weapons. I expected as such. However, I'm used to building things such as Zaku's and GMs, so I'm rather used to having clear parts. With that out of the way, I thought I was missing a sprue. Let us dive into the sprues. So we have Runner H, which seems to have weapons for the shoulder, cannon, some other miscellaneous parts. Also, do keep in mind that this is my initial thoughts. I have not delved deep into the instructions at all. Runner E looks like we have parts for two beam rifles, actually, probably for the early and late variants. Runner C seems to have various inner frame parts. We have our hands. It looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hand options. B2, we have more inner frame. And B1 will be inner frame and a few pieces for the bazooka. On D2, it is all outer frame pieces with, as usual, wonderful surface detail, especially for a high grade. And then D1, we will have more exterior parts as well as parts for the bazooka, which the bazooka tube being a silver molded color is wonderful. It makes getting a screen accurate version of the kit much easier without having to break out paint. And lastly, Runner A, where we have our shield, the head, various armor bits, parts for the feet, and that looks to be all. There will be some sticker work to be had. We have a piece for the V-fin. It seems we have foil stickers for the head cameras, for the eyes. I believe that would be for the I just forgot the word. For the big pew pew, let's go with that. And I'm not sure what these are for. And then for a Kmart version of a Verkaw style kit, there are plenty of decals. And a standard PC01 set of runners. And a pair of beam sabers. If you've been building for very long, I'm sure you will have dozens and dozens of beam sabers. I don't know what to do with all the beam sabers I have. From here, I will attempt some close-ups with my phone to get a decent appreciation of the parts detail. And then I will give my thoughts on the instructions. After you have seen the various close-ups from before, we can now dive into the instructions. As I thought, you are able to create both the early type and the middle type of the RX-78-02. I will admit, I have not watched the original Mobile Suit Gundam. I have not been able to find a website where I can watch it without a VPN. I do not have a VPN. Nor have I gone into any sketchy websites because I like my virus without, or my computer without viruses, nor have I purchased the original series on DVD. So eventually I might actually watch those and I'll know on the on-screen difference between the early and middle type. So the front, you have your box art, a couple of call-outs for the differences, which seems the only major differences seem to be we have different options for the chest. The early type seems to have 2 shoulder rocket launchers or guns. The middle type has shoulder lifting rings, and there seems to be mild differences in the arms. and the early type has a large shoulder cannon, and their beam rifles are different. On the immediate back, there is some various information about the suit, as well as a sticker guide. I personally love the various caution details and callouts. I love this style. During my original out-of-box build, I will definitely be throwing as many of these stickers on as possible, while in my painted build, I will likely order a set of decals to that way I can overcoat those and do a proper weathering job. I come from a tradition of building armor, particularly German World War II armor, so I like my kits very weathered. So construction is as you would expect: chest, backpack, waist. First difference we will see is on the backpack with the shoulder cannon or a second beam saber. Correction, the first is actually the chest piece, part A22 versus A21. Head, waist, arms, and that is where you see the different shoulders. You have our different wrists, legs, and feet. Bringing everything together, our weapons: beam rifle early type, the beam rifle middle type, the hyper bazooka, and our shield. And that is our instructions. I suspect this will be an absolutely painless build. I am expecting great things with plenty of options for panel lining, weathering, and detail painting to pull out small things to the eye. I look forward to releasing that video. I have to have that released within the next week, potentially 2. Thank you for watching. I am Mr. Panda Pancake, and I hope you have yourself a wonderful morning. Good day.